The amount of time and paper it took was stunning. If I had just 3 open positions to fill, no matter what my title was at the time, I was transformed into a full-time recruiter. In fact, it was while staring at multiple stacks of printed resumes on my desk that the idea for ZipRecruiter first came into my head. What if there was a button you could push that would send a job to every job site at once? Even better, what if all the candidates who applied were stored digitally in one place for review? 2 years later, that's exactly what my 3 co-founders and I built. ZipRecruiter was born. We deployed a solution that has not only simplified the recruiting process, but reduced the time to hire for businesses across the country. When we launched the business in 2010, I was incredibly proud of ZipRecruiter. Employers were getting better outcomes and signing up in droves. The company was winning awards for innovation, and I felt like we'd made a meaningful impact on the world. Hiring, which no one enjoyed doing, had suddenly become easier. But a couple of years in, something that had been percolating below the surface became too big a problem to ignore. As much as we had transformed the recruiting process for hiring managers, the job seekers we spoke to still hated searching for work. Job seekers didn't know which job sites to search on, which jobs to apply to, and worst of all, why they would send out countless applications and hear nothing back. The idea of building a better job search engine was daunting. The more we researched, the more we saw it wasn't one thing that was broken, it was the whole process. I remember thinking, this will take years and a crazy amount of money to fix. I don't think there was a bigger gulp moment in our company history. 8 years later, with over $200 million invested, yeah, you read that right, hundreds of dedicated full-time engineers working on the problem, and a series of first-of-their-kind features deployed, I am proud to say that ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated job search app on both iOS and Android. Along the way, we had to become experts not just on the technology, but the psychology of job search. Building a better job site meant finding solutions for non-intuitive realities around things like how job seekers self-disqualify from jobs they should apply to, what recruiters really do with your resume, and how speed is everything. Applying to a job, responding to an employer's email, or answering your phone can matter as much to you getting hired as your professional experience. Of course, technology plays a big role. The reason Instagram and YouTube can keep you entertained for hours isn't because they have the best content. It's because they have enough data to know what other people like you enjoy seeing. This is the wisdom of the crowd, and it is crazy powerful. ZipRecruiter deployed the same approach to bring you better job matches, and lucky for us, it works. Software that learns is our new reality, and it is getting smarter every day. But rest assured, you won't need a computer science degree to read this book. What you're going to get is straightforward instructions for every part of your job search. You can read the science behind it to understand the why, it's all in there, but the important thing is to follow the prescribed advice. If you were recently laid off or fired, are in school, are in the military, or are returning to the workforce after a gap in your work history, I have a list of things for you to do that are time-sensitive. Skip to the appendix before you start the search. That's it. No more setup. Let's talk about how to get you a better job. Part 1. Get prepared now. 1. Accept the truth about bias. We give everyone the same interview. It's a standard set of questions to make the evaluation process fair. Interviewers log their evaluations into our HCM, Human Capital Management System, before we discuss as a group who we want to hire. We always objectively pick the best candidate. It just happens to be that most of those people have been white men. It wasn't by design. White male hiring manager. I'm going to give you a truth that is difficult to accept. Ready? No matter how old you are, the color of your skin, what gender you identify with, where you were born, where your family came from, or how much education you've received, you are